Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Whew.
yeah, sorry.
It's okay. I'm
I
just
just,
messing with you.
I have a serious question for maybe you and Father Ananias as well, but,
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
it's just totally embarrassing, but look, I mean, I'll keep it a buck with you.
Okay.
Dude, I've been struggling with pornography, and I've been in the church and I've been going to liturgy and stuff, and like I just cannot seem to shake this sin, this temptation, and I want to be obedient to God, and it's been such a battle, like my whole life, dude. I don't mean to bring this as like a Debbie Downer, but like, or like as something really crass, but like, man, I've been battling this for so long, and
Well, I'm gonna
don't even know
say,
what
I'm gonna
to do.
say to I'm gonna let Father Deacon answer. Go ahead.
There's something particularly bad about that sin, that the guilt that it brings and shame that it causes you. Because think about, I've been sinning I just can't stop sinning. That in some sense is acceptable, but it's like, that sin, like people just, there's something particularly that the demons attack you with it, because it's an attempt to give up and stop fighting. So that's something that I've noticed about that. And I think that a great place to kind of get the kind of materials and kind of framework, because just like any addiction, you're probably just trying to stop it by yourself. Imagine if I was like, man, I've been fent since I was a kid and I can't get off of it. It's like, but you're trying to do it, you're addicted. That's one of the problems. You need the kind of tools to actually help that. So one of the two problems, it has that one for some reason uniquely has a shame that other sins don't, and I'm not sure exactly why. But it causes one to have this kind of defeatism and fall into melancholy and despair. Like I can hear it in your voice. Number two, it's an addiction and you're trying to do it alone and you don't have the tools. So I'm going to plug you into the place you want to go is St. Paisios Brotherhood. And that's something, it's a sin that's, common to all people. So it's, priests are very well aware of, it's not like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. Like, they're well aware of that. And particularly Father Hans and the Brotherhood too, they're a brotherhood of accountability. So rather than shaming, encouragement and stuff like that, the tools that they've kind of developed can help you get over that addiction. But think about this. Father Russell told me this in a fast once. Because it seems like every time after a fast, I have to go into confession, but like, I didn't do the fast like I was supposed to. I failed. He says, you can't fail, you can just get better. So think about that with your sin. You can't fail, you can get better. You can only get better. And what did you learn when you fell?
Yeah, I think guys too, I mean, I've heard a lot of guys say this, and older men and priests, like you're going to be dealing with certain sins probably your entire life, and you're probably always going to be tempted to think, about naked women. Hopefully that's what it is. But you know, it's also something you're not going to conquer like as soon as you became Orthodox. And there's a lot of monastic and wisdom and spiritual advice, which I'm not going to give you that. But what's been told to me over the years is like, don't expect that you're going to have this conquered, today or next week. Like it's going to be a thing that you're always battling with. So that's a reason to not get discouraged, because your day of victory might be the day you die. You know what I mean? That might be the day that you finally overcome it.
Let me tell you this. I'm almost positive it was the particular sin that one of my godsons apostatized out of the church because he fell into despair and was like, I'm not making any progress. You have the exact same like, I could hear it in your voice. Like, so that's actually the dangerous thing, is not, like, viewing it as kind of a legalistic and, I don't get over this right away. There's something wrong with me. I just never get better. That never helps. And you got to think about, are your thoughts about that sin helping you to get better? Or is it making it worse? It's making it worse. And so you can check that and be like, obviously I can't think about my sin in that way. Now, you don't go to the other extreme and just be like, oh, it's just no problem. I don't need to get better because there's nothing wrong. Do you see what I mean? It's the royal path. But right now you're in the extreme of shame and guilt. And those thoughts never actually are healing whatsoever. And God to my godson, and he apostatized. Because he's just like, I'm tired of fighting this stuff. I'm never going to get better. So that's exactly what the devil is trying to actually do with any of our sins. That, oh, well, you went, guess what? You're not getting better. You repeated the same sin. And so we got to see that we're in a hospital setting and not a courtroom. And our thoughts, as Elder Daddy says, is what determine our lives. So it's the way that we think about our sins. That's why it was so freeing to me, and it was encouraging. It helped me when Father Russell says, you can't fail, you can only get better. Do you want to get better? I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. It actually really worked, just those simple words. But you need a brotherhood. You need a brotherhood of guys that are going through the exact same thing, accountability and encouragement and not shaming.